Hello everyone, it's Howard Lloyd here with Devon Live. I hope you can hear me. I'm on Queen Street in Exeter, and we are here for the finale, the sprint finish of the Tour of Britain Exeter stage. So I'll hold on just for the moment. I hope you can all hear me. If someone wants to let me know in the comments just whether you can hear me or not. And just some holding on, I'll give you a quick view of Queen Street and just show you what we can all see here. So here we go.
The British team, of course, formerly known as Team Sky. They're on the right-hand side of the picture. In the middle of the picture is the white sleeves of Israel Startup Nation, the team that has two British riders in it, in Alex Dowsing and young Mason Holliman. And on the left-hand side of your screen...
There we go, that's the scene here at the moment. So, it's building up to be a thrilling finale. Like I said, I hope you can all hear me. There is a lot of noise here, but by all means let me know if you can't, or there's a problem with the sound or anything. Right, excellent. Ian Land, thank you very much for letting me know you can hear me. I appreciate that. So like I said, I'm on Queen Street. It is packed. It's very warm. I'll give you all just one more shot of how it's looking before I tell you a bit about the race.
But 3 kilometres, 2 minutes in advantage. I'll be willing to bet if he does come to the line, it'll be a very, very slender lead. But promise me, you're going to go absolutely nuts for this guy, because what a ride.
That is obviously the finish line just behind me. The atmosphere here is incredible. It's absolutely packed, and it's very, very warm as well. So, yeah, wonderful scenes here in Exeter. As far as the race is concerned, so the lead rider, Robin Carpenter, an American, he's 2.6 kilometres away from here. I've just seen him going through Exwick and then Cowley. So, and then we can just see the main peloton again going through around the Cowley area, I think. That group is now 1 minute 48 seconds behind the leader. So, as I said, it's the American Robin Carpenter, who's actually looking very good through, and they're just showing him now. I'll spin it around. He's pelting along Cowley Bridge Road there, just going past that speed camera, and the university he has on his left, so he doesn't have far to go, and frankly, with a 1 minute 43 lead and just 2 kilometres to go, it's pretty safe to say he's probably going to win this, barring a catastrophe. Famous last words, obviously, hopefully that doesn't happen. But he's 2 kilometres away, that's 2,000 metres, so he's going to be here literally in the next few minutes. In the meantime, I'll give you another spin around just so you can see what the scenes are, because we're starting to get the first motorcycle outriders as well. So here we go, this is the scene. Give you all a full 360 here.
Hands on the board, you cannot beat that beat. That's a 10 out of 10 right there. Let's go. Come on, Exeter, do not let me down now. There's so many of you. More. Come on, Exeter, more. Yes.
Cracking atmosphere here, it has to be said.
What seems right the way across Devon today.
So there we go on the main screen. We can see the main peloton on Cowley Bridge Road now, but I think they've left it too late. I think we are going to see solo breakaway winner here, Robin Carpenter of America. There he is now, so along Prince of Wales Road, is that? So really not far to go. He's just got 1.2 kilometres. Oh, in fact, 1 kilometre. There we go. The red sign there. 1 kilometre. So he's 1,000 metres away, and this place is going to erupt. I think when this place will erupt when he makes it, because this breakaway that they've been on for most of the day did not look like succeeding at one point. And yet he is very close. So here we go. Just starting to get the first vehicles coming through ahead of the lead rider in the peloton.
The winning breakaway has happened again.
Go 800 metres to go, 700 metres to go.
To his breakaway companions who did their bit to keep him clear. But as I said, down to just
Here he is, just approaching the General Buller statue now. Still with a 1 minute 11 second lead, so it's come right down from the 5 minutes or so he had about an hour ago, but it's going to be too late for the peloton to catch him.
It's going to be under a minute, isn't it? He has about 500 metres to go. Look down the finishing straight.
So we're looking down the finishing line here.
Robin Carpenter of the Rally Pro.
And Robin Carpenter is on the verge of taking what is an epic victory.
Yet again, the breakaway survives. Just one of the 5, but the strongest come to finish. Jacob Scott not quite able to hold on. Here he is, you can see him starting to finish.
Here he comes.
What a ride! Celebrating, pressing on, because he knows that he is there to come to the end of this one. What an incredible ride by the American rider. Robin Carpenter takes the win. What an incredible ride by the American. The man from Philadelphia has taken a big one of the biggest wins of his career there as well.
Fantastic stuff there, that was brilliant. Absolutely wonderful to see.
Look out for Ethan Hayter.
Here comes the peloton now.
Ethan Hayter taking out the long sprint finish there. Look out for him. So, British rider in the colours of Ineos Grenadiers takes the next step on the podium. Alex Richardson making himself across the line there as well, the British rider. Now let's look at some of the riders for our breakaway and take their part of the day today too. What a ride by Robin Carpenter, the American rider who started the day in 30 seconds to ride our record. And now across the line there after a hard day's work too. Saw his Israel Startup Nation team drill it back so close.
Mark, I see you asking who won. It was American rider Robin Carpenter who won. The last few riders come in.
So I think you get an idea of how much of a reduced leading that was right there.
He was one of the chaps who was in the early breakaway, which looked like it had been reeled in around Slapton area, but then he managed to push on and pulled away just around Dunsford. I think he was on his own for, and then saw up the last 10k or so on his own. So amazing effort.
Mountains points and the iceberg sprint points as well, and here he is as our victor. It'll be confirmed for us folks, but I suspect we're going to be seeing him putting on an entirely different jersey.
That's a surreal sight for all cycling fans. Julian Alaphilippe, the world champion, pulling into Northern Hay Gardens in Exeter.
Bonus seconds out there on the road, and there he is, Robin Carpenter taking the win. I'll confirm his time gap for you in just a moment. But it looked to me like still around about a minute over Ethan Hayter, the British rider, taking second. Put your hands together for Ethan Hayter. Great ride by the young Brit as well. Don't forget, returning from Tokyo with a silver medal around his, and Matt Wall's next as we see all these riders streaming past us right now. Put your hands together for Dan Martin. There he is, just beyond the finish line, Dan Martin of Israel Startup Nation. These riders turning around and making their way back towards the team parking. And you're getting a clear indication, folks, of what a great sport this is. The opportunity to see some of the world's finest athletes right in front of you here. British riders rolling past us as well. Alex Richardson and Ben Tullett rolling past the two Brits in the shape of the Alps and Felix boys. Well done, gentlemen. Sylvain Dillier has done long turns, and there goes Ethan Hayter. Another great rider, the young Brit. There's Steve Lamb here as well, the first man to attack today. Congratulations, Steve. The road captain of the St. Kieran team. He'll be delighted, I'm sure, with the ride by Leon Mazzone in the breakaway today. So don't go anywhere, because if you can see the podium at the end of our finishing straight, that's where all four of our leaders' jerseys will be being presented after the stage, imminently in fact. It all happens right here. If you're within hear an eye shot of our finishing line, you'll see it all happen. There goes Wout van Aert making his way back towards the finish line and back towards the team parking. He's still wearing that blue leader's jersey for the AJ Bell Tour of Britain. I wouldn't trust my own maths, but while I look at the timing, I think that jersey is going to be changing hands this evening. George Bennett makes his way past us, the Kiwi champ, after doing an awful lot of work as well for the Jumbo Visma boys today. Then we get sight of the riders in the dark green of Global 6 Cycling. They'll be pleased by the ride of Nicolas Sessler, the Brazilian today. Great ride by him in the breakaway. And then we see American champion Joey Roxkoff making his way past too. No doubt delighted by his great ride yesterday and that of Carpenter today. We're getting a look at the slow-mo on the big screen now of the sprint finish. It was King Julian mixing shoulders with the others, Julian Alaphilippe, but in the end being bested by Ethan Hayter on the line. The young rider for Ineos Grenadiers is showing just what a great sprinter he is. And it will be confirmed for you on the podium, folks, but you can do the maths for yourselves. Robin Carpenter, the American, started today with a 30-second deficit to Wout van Aert, our race leader, and he finished the day with a minute's lead. Do not go anywhere, because we're going to be showing you the ramifications of this brilliant Devon stage right here on both the big screen but also live on the podium just beyond you. It won't be too long before I'll be handing over to my colleague Carl Lawrence to bring you all the jersey presentations. There'll be a slight delay, of course, while the jerseys themselves are printed and the final results are checked. And the implications of yet another brilliant Devon stage, particularly here in Exeter, are shown. Great support for the riders. There's still been many more riders coming into this stage, so thank you Exeter, keep that going. And here's Jacob Scott! What a ride by Jacob Scott, getting the breakaway today. Brilliant ride by the Englishman. He continues to wear the jersey that he won in the last edition in 2019 of the Tour of Britain, that green Skoda King of the Mountains jersey. I might have known it was him coming in, I can tell from the noise, so thank you for your support for Jacob Scott. And his team manager, Tim Elverson, will be very pleased with him. No doubt he'll be kicking himself a bit that he wasn't able to hold on to the man who then went on to win, but that's racing for you. Jacob Scott had a very hard day out yesterday too, in the breakaway, both days. Do not bet against seeing Jacob Scott in the breakaway again this week. Why not tomorrow? It would not surprise me. Irish champion Ben Healy making his way past us in the colours of Trinity Racing. And there you see it, folks. There are not many other sports in the world like this where you get to be within touching distance, but please don't touch them, of some of the very best riders in the world rolling right past you. Of course, unlike so many other sports, you've paid.
There we are, just seeing some highlights of Robin Carpenter's ride to victory today. Absolutely amazing to see him going through some of the areas that I'm sure keen cyclists amongst you will know. Places like Moreton Hampstead, down that route, that twisting, sharp, steep route from Moreton Hampstead along to Exeter. Absolutely incredible to see some of the world's best cyclists riding those routes. And yeah, just a fantastic day's racing, to be honest. And just look at the scenes here in Exeter. Thousands of people out and about on what is a beautiful day, it has to be said.
On ITV4 this evening, watch your back, and if you're here at the finish or out on the course, chances are you will see yourselves on television, even if you haven't done already. If you look at the riders, most of these jerseys are fully unzipped. It has been a hot day here in Devon. Is it true what I was told, that it's always like this? It does seem to be whenever we brought the Tour of Britain here in Devon. We had a little look there at Tom Gleig as he went through. Our next rider to do so looking like it's James Shaw in that fantastic
You may have just heard the commentator here refer to how warm it is.
quite funky.
My car is reading about 24 degrees on the drive down here, so it is seriously warm, and I think it might be warmer, even warmer now, to be honest. But they were expected to finish not long after 3:30 today, but I think because of the warm weather in particular, that's thought to explain the slightly slower average speeds and the slightly later finishing time. It was around 4 p.m. they started, or just before 4 p.m. they started coming into Exeter itself. So slightly slower than initially anticipated, but as I said, it is very warm here today. Beautiful day for cycling, but see a few more riders coming in.
Intervening in the company of Jimmy Janssens as well, the Belgian rider for Alpha Synthetics. The riders turning back past you again to make their way back up to the team parking. Another little gaggle of riders spilling their way down off Dartmoor and back into Exeter here. It's been a hard day out. The highest elevation gain of the whole week, don't forget, right here in Devon today. Andre Greipel rolling past my commentary point across the line. He's in company of John Baranechea. He was the rider who was trying to get across to the breakaway, wasn't he, for a long time, chasing the early breakaway down, and again not quite making it. On the big screen you can see interviews with our winner today, our new race leader, Robin Carpenter, the American rider. 29-year-old Robin Carpenter, as I say, who hails from Philadelphia. Largely throughout the long career he's had, 10 years or so, as a domestic racer riding for American pro cycling teams. Riding now for the rally cycling team, who really do most of their racing in Europe. Of course, you can catch those interviews on tonight's 8pm ITV4 television coverage. British rider Mark Donovan crossing the line there for Team DSM. DSM has had a great ride yesterday from Niels Eekhoff, showing how well he was sprinting. Coming second behind Wout van Aert in Bodmin. Four riders coming to the line now. Members of the Jumbo Visma team who worked so hard for their team leader Wout van Aert today. Tony Martin at the back of that stream, we've seen him doing long turns today, haven't we? And alongside him, the young rider I keep seeming to mention, Chris Leimreiser. And I'll mention it again, by the way, I mentioned him, Chris Leimreiser. Look yourself back on social media and check out the finish of the penultimate stage of the Tour de l'Avenir, the Under-23 Tour de France from just a few weeks ago. One of the most wonderful pieces of tactical racing where the riders in there aren't allowed to wear race radios. And Chris Leimreiser, the rider who's just come past you, one of the animators of, I think, arguably one of the best mountaintop finishes I've ever seen in any race. It was absolutely incredible. Literally track standing on a mountaintop finish. Brilliant racing. And once again, great riding by his team Jumbo Visma today. An awful lot done. Trying to do, by the looks from where I was, doing just about enough to try and save the jersey of Wout van Aert ahead of the team time trial tomorrow. In the end, seemingly not quite doing enough. However, just echo those three words again. Team time trial. Do not forget that tomorrow, all of these riders and the whole AJ Bell Tour of Britain team head up into Wales tonight, where tomorrow they'll be contesting an 18-kilometre, or just over 18-kilometre, team time trial in Carmarthenshire. The teams ride individually as a team, separated by time gaps, and time as a team. So that means that tomorrow, to defend his leader's jersey, Robin Carpenter will be super reliant on his rally team to do their best ride, arguably their best ride ever in a team time trial. And this format's something we're really proud of in the AJ Bell Tour of Britain, because the team time trial in shorter stage races is something of a dying thing, really, and we're very proud of it. The last time we did it, of course, was when we finished up on top of Winlatter Pass in the Lake District in 2018 in the Tour of Britain.
There we go, there are the results of today's stage just there.
So on the big screen we're seeing the stage result confirmed for you. Once again, Rory Townsend has a great sprint finish, as does Alex Peters. Great ride by Alex Peters, riding for Swift Carbon Pro Cycling, taking fifth place on the stage once again. Serrano Gonzalo Rodriguez from Movistar, not third today, but fourth on this occasion. Ethan Hayter there, by the looks of it, being confirmed he was beaten by Wout van Aert on the line, so I must have missed that one. It was me calling Ethan Hayter actually the winner of the run sprint, but in fact Wout van Aert looks to me, according to that, he's actually, that's the general I'm looking at the general classification. It's been a long day in the heat of my commentary point. There we go. So Wout van Aert drops down to second, Ethan Hayter third. Ethan Hayter was second on the stage. As you welcome in more riders, making their way off Dartmoor back into Exeter. And there'll be plenty more yet to come. Riders that were distant, some of them on the second gathering ride for the day. And in this instance, the rider crossing the line is a British powerhouse that is Gabriel Calais, the British rider on the Movistar team. And he, like so many riders who've crossed the line in the last 10-15 minutes, looking like he's had a hard, hot day out here in Devon. They'll be hoping this is the hottest it gets this week, but I'm delighted to say we're actually due very good weather all the way through the AJ Bell Tour of Britain this week. And get a look back on the big screen at the sprint finish. Ethan Hayter winning that one. You can see Alex Peters, the British rider, just behind him with the white jersey, blue shorts. He'll be very pleased with that result, as will his team. He's not finishing because he hasn't got a helmet on. What a great ride by him. Second day in a row. What a brilliant second half of this season in particular. Ethan Hayter is having returned from Tokyo with a silver medal around his neck. The young man in sparkling form. Imminently, I'll be handing over to Carl Lawrenson on the podium. You'll see it on all of our big screens. That man, Robin Carpenter, is waiting behind the podium. I know exactly where that picture is, a little shady area just behind our podium. Waiting to see, and we're waiting to see the implications of a brilliant day out for the 29-year-old from Philadelphia. So British riders finishing second and third on the stage. Ethan Hayter second, Alex Peters third, and it was the DSM rider Max Kanter, German, taking fourth place, just ahead of Big Unit moving out of the lead. Coming in down the line. And leading the group across the line, Mark Cavendish. Big cheer for Cal on the line, as you would expect. Bandaging on his arm, indicating that he's been involved in some of the crashes as well. Brilliant work done by Cav yesterday in the run-in to try and bring his race leader yesterday, King Julian Alaphilippe, to the fore to win yesterday's stage. He was quite happy for them, happy for them today to credit Quickstep. Sure,
as you all probably just heard there, the commentator saying Mark Cavendish in amongst that group, the cyclists, a joint record holds, number of Tour de France stage wins.
Tomorrow, the might and combined strength of these teams.
And we do apparently still have a few more riders coming in, so we'll stay with you for the time being.
Thank you very much indeed, Jez Cogs. Your attention please for the victory ceremony. ceremony for stage 2 of the AJ Bell Tour of Britain from Sheffield to Exeter. Our first award is for today's stage winner. Please welcome onto the podium to present the award, the Chairman of Devon County Council, Jeff Trail. And now, please welcome onto the podium the winner of today's stage. An incredible solo victory for the rider from Raleigh Cycling. Your stage winner, Robin Carpenter. Receiving a magnificent commemoration of his victory here in Exeter today, along with the trophy and the bubbly. What an incredible ride it was for your stage winner from Raleigh Cycling, Robin Carpenter! We move now to the presentation of our race leaders jersey. Please welcome onto the stage to present this award from Devon County Council, Councillor Stuart Hughes. At the completion of stage 2 of the AJ Bell Tour of Britain, we have a new race leader. Please welcome onto the stage to receive the jersey and the prizes. From Raleigh Cycling, your new race leader is Robin Carpenter! We brought on the AJ Bell Leaders jersey, also collects the flowers on the Magnum of Iceberg. Your new race leader and stage winner today from Raleigh Cycling, Robin Carpenter!
So we can see today's stage winner Robin Carpenter also taking the lead of the general classification, only 22 seconds ahead of Wout van Aert, who I'm sure will remain the favourite for the time being, but nevertheless fantastic result and just deserves for a great breakaway attack today.
The rider who takes the Sports Breaks Points Leaders jersey. Councillor Stuart Hughes will stay with us for this one, and we will bring out the new leader of the Sport Breaks Points competition. Please welcome onto the stage from the team of Ineos Grenadiers, your new Sport Breaks Points leader is Ethan Hayter. Congratulations to Ethan Hayter from Ineos Grenadiers. And our thanks to Councillor Stuart Hughes for presenting that prize. 2 more awards to go. The first of which will be for the Skoda King of the Mountains. Please welcome onto our stage to present this award, representing Skoda, Martin Critchlow. And to receive the Skoda King of the Mountains Leaders jersey. He has retained it from stage 1. So once again, your Skoda King of the Mountains from Canyon DHB Sungard is Jacob Scott. Well, there were some flyers in Devon today, but Jacob Scott is still the leader in the Skoda King of the Mountains. Our final award is for the Iceberg Sprints leader at the end of stage 2. Please welcome onto the podium to present this award. We bring back the Chairman of Devon County Council, Jeff Trail. with 3 iceberg sprints contested along the route of today's stage, I can tell you that the rider who will receive the iceberg sprint leader's jersey is the rider who had it at the start of the day. Yes, indeed, from Canyon DHB Sungod, Jacob Scott is once again your iceberg sprint leader. In the break, virtually all day long, we have points to retain both King of the Mountains and sprint leader jersey. Your iceberg sprint leader is Jacob Scott. Our thanks to our VIP presenters, the Chairman of Devon County Council, Jeff Trail, Councillor Stuart Hughes from Skoda, Martin Critchlow. That wraps up our victory ceremony at the end of an epic day on the roads of Devon. On our 11th visit to this fine part of the United Kingdom, we've been treated to an incredible day's racing, an incredible day's scenery, and an incredible day's temperature. It's 29 degrees out of the we'll have more important about Wales victory in the time trial in Carmarthenshire, from Llanbelio to the National Botanic Garden of Wales. First rider away at 5 minutes past 1 tomorrow. Don't forget you can catch all the highlights from today on ITV4 at 8 o'clock this evening. But until the next time, on behalf of my co-commentator Jez Cox, from myself, Carl Morrison, and all the team here on the AJ Bell Tour of Britain, our thanks to our state sponsor Devon County Council, and to everyone who's been out on the route cheering today. You've been incredible. Exeter, thank you, and for the Tour of Britain, goodbye!
Well, and there we have it, the end of the Devon stage of the Tour of Britain. Fantastic day's racing today. Just we welcome some more cyclists in. A few very tired bike racers there, by the looks of it. But look, thank you very much for joining us today. Been a fantastic day's racing. As I said, by all means visit Devon Live to read about a roundup of today's racing. Great to see Exeter looking so amazing in this sunshine and so many people out and about enjoying it. Obviously crowds watching sporting events have been few and far between in the last 18 months or so, but certainly not today. And yeah, fantastic event, great day's racing, and as I said, read a full roundup of everything that's happened today on Devon Live. I've been Howard Lloyd, thank you very much for joining me.